You won't believe what just happened. Song Joong Ki's wife has finally broken her silence about Song Hye Kyo, and what she revealed has left fans completely stunned. Don't forget to subscribe right now so you never miss the emotional truth, behind-the-scenes stories, and jaw-dropping moments just like this. After years of speculation, quiet tension, and unspoken truths, the woman standing beside one of South Korea's biggest stars has spoken up, and her words are shaking the entire entertainment world. For years, the story of Song Joong Ki and Song Hye Kyo, once hailed as the ultimate fairy tale couple, dominated headlines. From their unforgettable chemistry in Descendants of the Sun, to their whirlwind romance and eventual wedding, and then the sudden, shocking divorce that left millions in disbelief, fans have followed every twist in their journey. But what no one ever expected was to hear from the woman who came into Song Joong Ki's life after it all ended. Now, after maintaining a dignified silence since their private wedding and the birth of their child, Song Joong Ki's wife has finally spoken. And it wasn't just a brief comment. It was heartfelt, honest, and filled with surprising grace. In a recent interview, softly delivered in Italian and later translated by local media, she opened up for the first time about what it was like stepping into the life of a man whose past love story had become a national legacy. With no hint of bitterness or jealousy, she said, "I knew about their history. Everyone did. But what touched me about Joong Ki was not the past he came from. It was how gently he carried it. He never denied that it was part of who he was. He never erased it. He just grew from it." That one sentence alone has caused a whirlwind across social media platforms. Fans and critics alike are trying to process the depth of understanding, humility, and maturity in her words. Rather than avoiding the topic or shielding herself with indifference, Song Joong Ki's wife has acknowledged the past head-on and embraced it as part of the man she loves. She went on to say, "Every love leaves a trace. I don't expect to be the only chapter in his story, but I hope to be the one who helps him write the rest of it with peace, joy, and healing." In a culture where silence often surrounds past relationships, especially among celebrities, this kind of emotional openness is rare. Her words were not only directed at the world, but also carried a subtle message to Song Hye Kyo, a message of closure, acceptance, and perhaps even respect. The strength it takes to love someone with a past so publicly known is immense. And yet, she stands firmly by his side, proud, calm, and unwavering. Almost instantly, clips of the interview flooded Korean and international fan communities. The hashtags #SongJoongKi, #SongHyeKyo, and #NoMoreSilence began trending within minutes. Supporters of both stars chimed in, some expressing heartbreak, others awe, and many praising the emotional intelligence and compassion Song Joong Ki's wife displayed. What's even more surprising is the emotional impact her statement had on longtime fans of the Song couple. While many had clung to hopes of a reunion between Song Joong Ki and Song Hye Kyo, hearing these words made something clear for the first time. The story has moved on, and a new chapter has begun. Adding to the intensity of the moment, insiders close to the couple revealed that Song Joong Ki had read the interview transcript before it was released and had quietly teared up. According to the source, he was deeply moved by how thoughtfully his wife had handled the topic. He felt seen, understood, and for the first time in a long time free, the insider said. Freedom. That's the word that keeps coming up. It's as though the weight of public scrutiny, past heartache, and silent comparisons have finally lifted. And with it, Song Joong Ki and his wife are stepping into their own story. One not defined by headlines, but by quiet, resilient love. But what does this mean for Song Hye Kyo? While she has remained silent following the release of the interview, some speculate that she may respond in her own way soon. Others believe that she doesn't need to, because sometimes silence isn't avoidance, it's grace. Still, fans have been quick to revisit old interviews, clips, and behind-the-scenes footage of the Song couple, hoping to find closure in their own way. Some have even noted that Song Hye Kyo recently posted a serene photo of a sunrise on her personal social media, a symbol, perhaps, of new beginnings and peace. And amid the storm of reactions, one thing is for sure: Song Joong Ki's wife has won the respect of many. She didn't come into this marriage to erase the past. She came in to honor the present and build a future. That alone speaks volumes about her character, her love, and her strength. This isn't just a story about celebrity drama. It's a story about healing, about how real people, even under the harshest spotlight, can choose love over bitterness and kindness over competition. In a world that often pits women against each other, this moment stands as a quiet rebellion, a reminder that we can acknowledge the past without being haunted by it. As more fans read her words, many are expressing a newfound admiration not just for her, but for Song Joong Ki as well. They see in him a man who has matured, learned, and chosen wisely. A man who now surrounds himself with someone who speaks with honesty and leads with heart. There are even rumors now that Song Joong Ki and his wife may appear together at an upcoming global film festival. Though nothing has been confirmed, fans are already preparing for what could be their first public moment as a couple beyond wedding announcements and baby news. If it happens, it would mark a new era, not just for their relationship, but for how the public views love after loss. And perhaps that's the true beauty of this moment. It's not about drama or scandal. It's about closure, growth, and the silent, powerful act of moving forward with dignity. So what happens next? Will Song Hye Kyo speak? Will Song Joong Ki respond? Or will they all simply go on, each finding happiness in their own lane, at their own pace? Whatever the case, this moment will be remembered, not for controversy, but for courage. For the first time, the woman who has quietly stood beside one of Korea's most beloved actors has used her voice. Not to tear down, but to build up. Not to replace the past, but to honor its place while claiming her own. And in doing so, she's done something extraordinary. She's reminded us all that real love isn't just about passion. It's about peace. About holding someone's hand even when the world is still talking about who they held before. So to everyone who watched this story unfold for years, who hoped, wondered, and waited, now you know, the silence is over. The truth is here, and it's more beautiful than anyone expected.
And the story doesn't end here. If anything, this moment is just the beginning of a new chapter. Not just for Song Joong Ki and his wife, but for how fans and the public learn to let go of past fantasies and embrace reality with compassion. The reaction online hasn't just been emotional, it's been deeply reflective. Comment sections under the translated interviews are filled with messages of support, surprise, and a genuine reevaluation of how we see these celebrities as human beings, not just characters in a drama. Some fans admitted they had difficulty moving on from the Song couple, feeling almost personally affected by their divorce. But after hearing Song Joong Ki's wife speak, they began to see things differently. One fan wrote, "For the first time, I feel at peace with everything." Her words helped me realize that love stories don't have to end the way we imagine for them to still be beautiful. That's the power of honesty, genuine, unpolished, and vulnerable. In a world